With school back in session, everyone is laser focused and looking ahead to plan out their academic future. And the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance is doing their part to help in any way that they can. Fall scholarship opportunities are currently available with the organization to provide financial assistance to families and to students who are already planning ahead for college. Just one of the many things the Youth Assistance does for students in our community. Here to tell us more is the Vice Chair of the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance, Emma Zerkel, as well as their caseworker, Lisa Shields. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, a really topical topic right now as we're heading back to school. Emma, I'm going to start with you. For those who may not be familiar, can you explain the mission of the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance and the role it plays in supporting local families?
Sure. West Bloomfield Youth Assistance is a project of the family courts in conjunction with our local municipalities and school districts and volunteers. And it is a program actually through every district in Oakland County, and it is exclusive to Oakland County. The goal of our program is to help students stay out of the juvenile or the justice system and how to keep them getting the services and support that they best need. We provide counseling and educational programs for both students and parents, and we have the benefit of being able to work with the families and not just the students in order to provide services.
That's absolutely right. You guys do a lot of work to help keep those students on a positive path and reduce the chances of them entering the justice system. Could you go into detail with that a little bit more?
Certainly. Although at some point I'll let Lisa, who's visiting with us today too, our caseworker, help us, and that's where she actually excels. Lisa, why don't you do this part?
Thank you. So as a caseworker, I receive referrals for many reasons. And a majority of those are prevention in nature. So those can be referrals made from parents, from school staff, even police and the prosecutor's office. So with youth assistance, I provide short-term, solution-focused counseling and referral services for families at no charge. And as Emma had mentioned, the other piece of our prevention programming is to provide programs for our families. So Emma will talk about our scholarships, but also that family education piece.
All great resources with the Youth Assistance. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. And as you just said, these services are provided at no cost to families. How do you ensure that financial barriers never get in the way of children receiving help?
As I said, our services, there is no charge for our services as the casework side. And with the scholarships, families qualify as long as they have free and reduced lunch, and they are able to provide their children to participate in extracurricular activities such as sports or dance or art classes, even driver's training. So these kinds of activities help to build a child's self-esteem, and which helps them to just be a stronger person.
I love it. All great things to help the kids in our community. Now, as I said earlier, fall scholarships are officially open for everybody this year. Emma, can you give us an overview of some of the opportunities that are available with the Youth Assistance this year?
Sure. So through our scholarships, you can apply for up to $250 towards any program. And we have students that might apply for one of their sports teams, or they might apply for a dance class. And the benefit to the family is we also know that students that are busy are less likely to be getting into trouble. So in addition to building self-esteem and building connection to a community, they're also staying busy, all factors that are important for positive development in students.
Sounds like they provide so much for these students, and it's great to hear of everything you guys are doing. Lisa, when it comes to these scholarships, how would you say they align with the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance's overall mission to support and empower young people?
So as Emma said, it helps when young people are involved in their community. Again, it's that self-confidence piece, it's that self-esteem piece that helps that young person to feel empowered, to feel strengthened, and that's what young people need to have in order to avoid any risky behaviors that again could lead them into a negative path, and that could possibly turn into in court involvement in the future.
For those just joining us right now on the Splash Live, I'm talking with Emma Zerkel and Lisa Shields with the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance, talking about the many fall scholarship opportunities that are available for students this year, as well as everything they do to help students in our community. Now, Emma, I'm sure with these scholarships, there have been many success stories and many great people who have gone on to great success from West Bloomfield. Do you know of any success stories or great resources or just great stories in general that have come from the youth assistance?
I'm going to choose not to answer that because we really want to respect all of our students' privacy. And I would hate to give anything away in that way. But maybe I could tell you about one of our upcoming educational programs we're planning. This year, we're going to be bringing in a resource through Therapyology, and we're going to be providing educational programs for parents on raising confident children. So, and our scholarships is definitely an important component of what we do, but we also recognize that we have to work with whole families. And so we do like to provide educational opportunities for parents. So this is going to be in-person programs. We're starting with the elementary school and then we have different programming we're going to work on for the middle schools as well. Parents can also go onto our website. We have a whole selection of videos called Parenting on the Go, which are really short interviews, just a few minutes, on very topic-specific content that can help parents with a range of issues dealing from young children up through high school.
Awesome. Always love to hear about these resources for everybody, especially the parents of these students in West Bloomfield. I got one more question before we wrap things up, and this question is for both of you. Looking ahead, how do you hope these scholarship programs continue to grow and benefit the West Bloomfield community? Emma, we'll start with you.
Okay, I take that back. We do have one scholarship example I'm going to give. We have the Rachel Ezekian Scholarship, and she was a former staff member who's devoted her absolute heart and soul to YA. And we provide scholarships for students to make it's a change maker scholarship. One of our students brought in a program on heart health, and we know that she actually was able to find students through their screening that needed additional medical observation that may not have gotten it if they hadn't done the heart screening through our program. And then another student is using the funds to create a care closet in an elementary school so that students who are in need can go shopping for basic necessities there, whether it's toothpaste and a toothbrush or a new pair of gloves or a jacket, there will be items there. And both of those have been subsidized by YA, but really the efforts were done by those students, and those students now have gained some skills to help them become community leaders.
Well, we wish both those students best of luck on their success. Lisa, same question.
So as Emma had mentioned earlier, we are a community-based program and we rely on funding from the circuit court as well as our school district and West Bloomfield Township. But we also lean on donations. So with the community involvement of other businesses, having those donations will help us to provide even more scholarships for young people. So again, more scholarships for more activities for young people to enjoy and learn from. So that's what I would like to see in the future is more funding so that we can have more scholarships.
Of course, more funding for more scholarships. Can't wait to see it. Emma, Lisa, thank you both so much for joining us today here on the Splash Live.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.